Hey everyone, welcome to another Cats and Rats live after dark. I'm your host Kirby Lupo, joined alongside my co-host Cody Stevens and Nick Levine. And without further ado, gentlemen, I think our guest will get this line. Hit the music. Jersey Jim back with us. How's it going, Jim?
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
Good,
Mr.
good.
Very
Mr.
good.
Zero Miedo himself in the building here tonight.
By the way, I just saw the goalie interference that we were talking about off the air before we came on. That's the correct call on the ice. Good job on the officials.
The Winnipeg, Colorado game.
That is correct.
But speaking of that Winnipeg, Colorado game, there are still some teams in the thick of this Western Conference playoff hunt. As Connor McDavid called the Pacific Division, he called it a pillow fight. And let's be real here. He is not wrong by any stretch of the imagination. Nope. This is the wild card as of right now. Nashville, I did not know this till the other night, is third place and is the second wild card as right now. LA a point behind, Seattle 2 points behind, San Jose 4 points behind with a game in hand, Winnipeg some way somehow 5 points behind, and the St. Louis Blues, who just won here tonight,
Get to 73 points.
Is 6 points behind, but now they are 4 points back, and with Nashville about to lose here.
And may I add, Nashville, a team I got yelled at for saying they could be a competitive team competing for
you
the
didn't
playoffs.
back up anything with it when we did yell at
I did. I named their
What?
Veterans having bounced back years. And again, Kirby, I know it's
You didn't call. Did you call?
It's not a great thing. Look, Kirby, I know it's not a great thing to be incorrect, but I wouldn't know anything about that.
But
My takes always come right. It just says it's a little time. They come together.
Looking at the second wild card spot, I really don't think you could sum this up better than the goal differentials here. I mean, minus 22, minus 23, minus 18, minus 38, minus 18, minus 40.
Cody, wait till we get to the West later on that.
Wait. Let's go to wait a minute. We're looking at the wild card. The leader of the Pacific Division is minus 6. The Edmonton Oilers are plus 7. Vegas is minus 1. That's awful. Everybody was ripping on, what was it, Dallas one year had like a minus, or Washington had like a minus goal differential. Dallas had another team had a minus goal differential when you get in the playoffs. That's never a good thing.
Jim, don't you usually have to be plus 20, plus 25 to be leading your division?
You should be plus 2. Yeah, but that's how bad the Pacific Division has been this year.
Well, take a look at Utah, plus 19 there. They've had a really nice season.
That's a good number. You're in the green. That's a good number.
Plus 19 there. So, again, I mean, made some key deadline acquisitions there. Kind of speaking to the point here, it's like you take a look. It's like reminiscent of the Eastern Conference playoff race last year. It's like nobody wants it. Wow. I mean, Winnipeg, by all accounts, they were sellers at the deadline. It's like
let me include St. Louis in here because they deserve
St. Louis too, right? It's like
We're talking off air, guys. St. Louis and Winnipeg could be a scary number 8.
Let's see if I could refresh now. See if it's updated here.
Let's take a look here.
It is now.
Yep. So you take a look here, and Winnipeg's about to go to 74 points. There's 34 seconds left in their game. They're up 4-2. So, I mean, you take a look at this, and it's like there are multiple teams that sold at the deadline. You take a look at the Winnipeg Jets. They sold off Logan Stanley and Luke Shen at the deadline. St. Louis Blues kind of a bit of a light fire sale. There was talk of Jordan Pennington and Robert Thomas. They just ended up
and Cairo,
Justin Falk, and Braden Shen.
And Bukestad got traded.
They tried to trade. They tried to trade Colton Parayko. They weren't able to do it.
Nope. They almost traded Robert Thomas. Didn't go through.
And now you have a team that's 4 points back of a playoff spot with 9 games to go.
I just want to say this, dude. I mean, LA has lost 43 times, man. 43, dude.
Is that more than us?
That might be right there with us. Honestly, no, I think that's less. We've lost 37 times. They've lost 43 times.
Since we're in the West, guys, I was doing a little bit of research on Vegas. They are beating one quality team per month.
Yeah, it's not good.
Alarming. It is not good. Like
No,
Carolina
it is
in October. This team, Colorado or Dallas this past month, I think. Like one quality team a month. And they're allowing a lot of goals. Rasmus Anderson, the Flames have one more game, trading him away. And what Vegas is trying to do right now is they have like 5 left-handed shots, I believe, on their power play. They're trying to pass it into the net. No one wants to shoot other than Dorofeev. They are having huge problems right now in Vegas.
Huge problems in Vegas. And what do we talk about their defense all the time? Defense, big, physical, nasty. It's great. It's probably one of the top units in it. But they're also old and slow. Like, that's another problem with Vegas is they're old and slow. And I said this earlier in the season when it came to Vegas. They reshaped their identity of who they actually were when they first came into the league. And they've brought – now, don't get me wrong, McCrimmon and all those guys, McPhee. You want to bring everybody into Vegas, it's great, but you don't have Pietrangelo back there to cover up a lot of stuff. You're not the same team you were up front. Mitch Marner's there now, no Marcia still, no, like a lot of changes on what won you the Stanley Cup. And now you're looking at, and look, I'm not putting blame on Marner in Vegas. I still think it takes it. Barry Trotz has said it. It takes about a year plus to get used to your new surroundings. And I'm kind of, it's kind of funny. Same thing with a coach. Sometimes it takes a while for you to get used to your new surroundings. But Marner's still putting up a point a game. He's not putting up the 100 points that we are accustomed to in Toronto. But I still think he's been fine. He hasn't been the issue in Vegas. Like Mark Stone's been in and out of the lineup.
What a shocker.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what he is. But again, new rules prevent them from doing crazy things. But I think like just the loss of Petro, Anderson. I don't know if that was actually a need that they needed. Like they made it work, but I'm not sure it is working.
Well, there is some stats to show it's not working. But before I get,
we got a question here for Jim there, Nick.
Jim Diehard wants to know who you think's coming out of the Pacific.
Like,
or you mean the Western Conference Diehard?
No, Pacific, I think he said there. So.
Pacific. So who's going to the Western Conference Final?
Edmonton. Out of all these teams, Edmonton. Really.
No, screw that, man. Utah's winning Pacific. Screw that.
And I'm gonna bring this up right now, and this is more reason to change this playoff format. If you want to be dead honest, Minnesota should just lose every game from here on out because, like, they're at 94 points, and that's good enough to get it in this putrid Western Conference. You're gonna sit here and tell me they shouldn't lose every game because look, if they go the way they are, they got to face Dallas in the first round.
Okay, so put the standings at conference then, and let's see who they play.
If I could just, I don't want to get too off topic here. I just wanted to say one thing on the Vegas point with Jim.
Utah.
When they beat us a couple years ago.
So they're still playing a good team.
When Vegas beat us a couple years ago, it was the big, long, rangy defense kind of. There was no lanes to get the puck through. You had guys like Nick Hague, Alec Martinez was playing really well. Alex Pietrangelo was playing really well. I mean, you had depth like throughout their top 9 with the William Karlssons, Marcia Sills. You had Howden and Barbashev playing outstanding. Some of the best hockey
line was disgusting.
That fourth line with Nick Waugh, Will Carrier, and Keegan Colasar.
That line was disgusting.
2 of those 3 guys are no longer there. So you kind of take a look. You get a good run by Aiden Hill.
No Stevenson.
You get a great run by Aiden Hill. You get a group of big defensemen that, you change the makeup. Like on paper, Vegas should be a contender, right? Like still a solid fourth line. You like their top 6, third lines, whatever.
Until you get into between the damn pipes.
And then you get in between the pipes, and we talked about it. Not really a great plan there with Aiden Hill, particularly with how the defense is currently constructed. It's not this insulating defense, big, long, rangy anymore. Noah Hannafin hasn't been as good since going there. Rasmus Anderson, Jim talked about it, since getting traded to Vegas, January 19th, Vegas is 30th in the NHL. They, believe it or not, they are the same amount of points as the New York Rangers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. 32, Vancouver, 31, Toronto, 30, Vegas, New York, 19, Florida Panthers, 28th with 20. So they are the third worst team in the NHL. They're 8-15-3 since acquiring Rasmus Andersson. And, I also think another guy, Zach Whitecloud, part of that big, long, rangy physical defense.
Not there
anymore, right? You had to let him go to bring in Rasmus Andersson. And they thought, okay, maybe Jeremy Lauzon can come in and replace the Nick Hague kind of now also Whitecloud thing. Didn't really work out that way. Andersson hasn't filled the Pietrangelo void. And, there's just a certain way that I think they've been able to play over the last couple of years. I think last year they were very good. I think they were more devoid of talent than anything, to be honest with you. This year, I don't know what the problem is. I mean, it's just, and we talked about this last year, the goaltending. Jim, you tweeted it out a couple of weeks ago. You were talking to somebody who says they chose the wrong guy in net.
Yeah, they chose the wrong guy. They chose the wrong horse. I'm not going to say who it was, but let's just say former goaltender in the league. They said they chose the wrong horse, and absolutely right. They chose the wrong horse. Again, beef with Logan Thompson and Bruce Cassidy. I don't know why, you're trying to win. Like, you can put the beef aside, like, figure it out, get on the same page. But to me, Vegas needed a goaltender, didn't go get a goaltender, should have got Binnington. I'm still adamant about that. I think a lot of people were shocked that they didn't do it. I know Carter Hart's starting to practice with Sean Burke. There was footage of it today with the Vegas Golden Knights. But again, is Carter Hart the answer for Vegas right now? If you're gonna want to win, like, Jordan Binnington is a guy to me that you should have brought in. I know Kelly McCrimmon's like, no, we weren't looking at goaltending. You were looking at goaltending. Like, just stop lying right now.
Like, listen, I think they regret that Adin Hill contract extension for the minute pen was put to paper. Like, they gave him that because he won a round and a half of that led him to the Stanley Cup, when literally their guy was Laurent Brossoit, and before that was Logan Thompson before they all got hurt.
But they don't often show that loyalty, Cody. We've seen it with Marc-Andre Fleury, and
they sure showed to Riley Smith.
Jonathan Marchessault, Conn Smythe winner.
Conn Smythe winner, 40 goals, said peace out, see ya, take the train.
Well, they told him where he got mad, man.
Yeah, and what's hilarious is the contract he signed in Nashville is very fair for what he was at, for what he was.
But also the Golden Knights didn't want to go the term with Marcia. So what was it, a 5-year deal that he got?
Yeah, but Marcia was playing fine to me, and we're 3 years into this? 2 years?
But they only wanted to give him a 3-year deal.
But you're going to give Adin Hill the $6 million deal, and you're not going to give it to Marchessault.
I have Adin Hill's stats since signing the contract, March 14th, 2025. Since then, Adin Hill, taking a look here, started 35 games. He's 17-11-5 with an .881 save percentage and a 2.8 goals against.
Oof.
So
the goals against isn't terrible, but that
means you're not facing a lot of shots, and you're still not stopping
a lot.
I'd like to see his low, medium.
And I'll just name some goalies that have played, and no injury plays a role in this. But again, to give you some kind of framework of who's in that similar vein of statistics and games played since then, I'll go right here. Artur Shelovs is 17-10-8, 892, 296 since then. David Riddick, 17-11-3 with an 894 and a 285. You take a look, Eldis Merzlikins, 18-13-4 with an 883 and a 3.47 goals against. Jake Allen has played more games. He's 16-19-1 with a 904 and a 271.
But Jake Allen's a good goalie, so I mean.
Alex Nedeljkovic, 16-14-4, 896, 295. Those are the comparables right now, statistically speaking, since the contract extension for Adin Hill. And again, what did we say? I vividly remember the contract broke, I think, half an hour before we went live on After Dark, and we talked about it. This is a guy who, up until this point, has never played 50 games. His main resume builder, which, again, I'm not here to discredit a Stanley Cup. It's like Cody said, a round and a half to go win the Stanley Cup right? And I'm not discrediting that, but he got
and he
sheltered.
had less sample size than a guy like Freddie Anderson, for example.
Correct. He got sheltered. Right. It was only a round and a half, and then the next year he split time in both the playoffs and the regular season with Logan Thompson, and then they started him for a couple of months, barely reached 50 games. And then all of a sudden he's a $6 million.
He's been treated like a top 12 goalie, top 15 goalie.
Yeah, and I think it's a mistake. Again, Vegas has chose the wrong goaltender multiple times. They chose Robin Lehner over Marc-Andre Fleury, and now they've chosen Aiden Hill over Logan Thompson. Wasn't the right move. I mean, I don't get it. If they let Logan Thompson, who is a younger, better goaltender, I didn't think that was a very hard decision to make, to be honest with you. Is Logan Thompson could start 50, 55 games in the league and is a top 12 goaltender.
Yeah. But kind of getting back on track and like talking like more about the West.
We do have a question on the East later for Jim there in the chat.
I'm going to ask you guys right now, who is getting the last wild card spot in the West? I'm not going to lie to you. My mind's at 2 teams.
I think you have to put Winnipeg there.
I just don't know if they have the runway to do it.
I think
LA has to be there. I mean, again,
for me, it's between LA and St. Louis.
I think for me, it's LA and it's Winnipeg. No, I don't
think it's Winnipeg for me.
I think St. Louis cools off. There's 8-1-2 in their last.
Yeah. And I don't know if San Jose can.
No, I don't think San Jose is going to get back into it.
I thought they were going to, but
I think it's between. The final wild card is going to come down to Nashville, LA, Seattle.
I don't trust Nashville and LA, and these guys are going to say what they did against Seattle. You guys bashing Money Montour the other day. 2 goals, overtime winner. Take that, Tampa.
I'm not saying Nashville. I'm not saying Nashville's getting in. I say those are the 3 teams that are going to vie for the last spot, but I think LA is going to find a way to get in.
I might pick Winnipeg and St. Louis over those 3.
In my opinion, if you're LA, you have to get in.
No, yeah, you do.
You have to get in.
Well, the big argument with LA is look who their competition is, and look who's. You can't do a rebuild in LA when you're neighbors with the Dodgers. Like you can't do it. You can't do that. So Jim, look, and I'm gonna say this for LA, as much as we're gonna hate it, because it'll probably be the 6th time in a row. 3rd place in the Pacific Division is not out of the question.
Vegas
just to jump in, Winnipeg winning tonight against Colorado. I think they got Dallas next. I think their schedule lessens and gets a little bit easier. This was a big win tonight.
Okay. I mean, look, it is tough.
Looking at the strength of schedule remaining here for the teams. LA actually has the easiest schedule left in the NHL.
What's their travel looking like?
They got to go to Vancouver. They got to play Vancouver twice, Calgary. So they got to still go on the Western Canadian road trip.
But Nashville comes to them twice.
And then they have
two games in 4 days. They have 2 games in 4 days, and two times in like 4 games they play each other.
Yeah, and what's gonna put a dent in St. Louis's plans is they got to face Colorado twice.
And Minnesota.
Anaheim, they can beat.
And they got to play the Peg.
Well, also you take a look. Minnesota hasn't been very good.
No, lately. Down the stretch.
They have not been good.
What's Winnipeg's? Was that? Where they're at?
Winnipeg is Dallas, Columbus, Philly, and then Chicago, St. Louis, San Jose, Seattle, Vegas, Utah.
Couple 4-point games there.
Yeah, a lot of 4-point games.
That's
not out of the question.
Mm-hmm. And I think they're a team, again, I know they've sold, and I know that the center depth.
I think the best thing for Winnipeg, and I think they could still be in it. Like, I'm not saying that I think they're in the hunt. This is what makes this, regular season so good. I don't know if they'll end up getting in. I would like to see them in, but if they do get in, now it hardens them to be a playoff team because they're playing playoff hockey going into the playoffs.
And it's going to be a lot of interesting hockey down the stretch, but enough about the patheticness that is the Western Conference. Let's talk about the true better conference. And what's funny is the West is pathetic, but I think we all could sit here and say I think the more likely Cup champion will come out of the West.
Fuck, we pray, man. Shit. If it's out of the East, it's something we're not happy about. I'll tell you that.
Montreal's not good news. Tampa Bay's not good news.
Not Carolina.
I
thought Buffalo would be.
I'm
down for my nerves.
The Islanders are winning the Cup. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm down for Buffalo.
Cody and Dolphin fans won't like the Sabres winning the Cup. I'll tell you that much.
I really don't care, but it's just
make it Colorado. Make it easy for us. Come on.
If the Sabres win the Stanley Cup, the Bills can win the Super Bowl.
Looking at the East here now, because the Sabres actually know how to build a better team than the Bills do, but no one wants to hear that part. But looking at the East right here, you got Columbus hanging on to this second wild card spot.
That's my team in the East this year.
But they can really just jump right back up into the Metro. They really could.
I don't think it matters where Columbus finishes.
A team to watch out for, and I can't believe I'm saying it, Philadelphia. If they win.
Well, they're winning right now. They're winning right now, 3-0.
3-1 going into the third gen.
Against Detroit, right?
Against Detroit.
Our boy Baseball Ryan is in Detroit tonight at Little Caesars.
No, it's 3-0. It's 3-0. The goal came off the board because
I did. Okay, so it's 3-0 going into the third period. All of a sudden, Philadelphia, by the end of the night, they'll have a game in hand at Columbus. They'll be 3 points back. So that's not like that's another team now that's starting to enter the mix. They've been playing really hot down the stretch. I mean, Washington, they're done. I'd have to assume, right?
They're 6 points out. It's not. They're about close to done as you can be, but they're not all the way out.
I'm gonna say this though, but it's 6 points out with.
They would have to win. They would have to win 8 of their next 9, but they have to play Columbus or somebody down the stretch because these are all division.
And look at that. Nick. We knew Detroit.
Look at your boy Frosty in Tampa there.
You know, Kirby was sitting here saying, Nick, you were so wrong. They were number 1 in the division, not only in the division, in the conference, I think.
No, I wasn't saying any of that.
And then they dwindled on down the list. Oh, they go to second, they go to third. Now they're in a wild card. Now they're on the outside looking in.
I was just giving you the report, the facts. I wasn't.
So, just saying, like I said, my takes are always right. It just takes a little bit of time for it to come to fruition.
And I guess a better question for you guys: does Montreal fall to the wild card here?
No, not the way they've been playing. Not a chance.
I mean, that's a really interesting series between them and Tampa, right? There's no way Tampa.
They're not dropping.
Tampa has a lot of interesting series, guys, like Ottawa.
I really want to see Ottawa play Tampa.
That would be fun.
Montreal.
Look, I think Montreal will be fine because they're winning and they're playing the right way. Like Boston's right there too. They hold a tiebreaker. I just don't think Montreal is going to jump to that first wild card.
Yeah, stay above it. I agree with you.
Yeah, I think it's best for them to stay above it because they actually can match with the better matchup for them is actually Tampa than Carolina.
And Jim, I think home ice advantage does matter for the Montreal Canadiens with that crowd, and they got playoff experience last year going on the road.
Right.
So
exactly.
Here's another forgotten aspect: the Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield have plenty of playoff experience. They've been to a Stanley Cup final. That's a lot of people forget that.
They went in their first year in 2021.
They've been to a Cup final.
But that was more on the back of Carey Price. It wasn't like.
But it's experience nonetheless, right?
It's not the same team that I talk about now with Montreal.
No, but they have playoff experience. Gallagher has playoff experience.
No. He's also having a hard time.
But here's the thing.
But it matters. Like that stuff. Like we all talk about playoff experience. We throw it around. It's like, oh well, they don't have any playoff experience. Yeah, well, you know how you get it? You play in the playoffs. Yeah. Like it was like, oh, experience. Oh, we need to bring guys that have been in the Olympics before playoff experience. Why?
Yeah, their two best forwards been to a Cup final, right?
But here's the thing.
Islanders are better than them.
But Nick, you call that Tampa COVID Cup Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
that was the postseason that they were in.
I know.
And that should have been the flame spot in the North. I know Montreal.
Could have been Winnipeg, honestly.
Well, Winnipeg. Well, Mark Scheifele did himself in with that hit on Jake Evans. So
yeah.
What if Winnipeg wins that series? Is Paul Maurice even in Florida?
Well, we don't have to worry about that.
Well, there's a lot of you could play the what if game.
I mean, shoot, if
Vegas could score on a power play against Montreal in the Western Conference Final, then Vegas would be playing.
I do have a question.
If Marco Defleur could stop that flub from Josh Anderson.
If the Oilers could play 5-on-5
this is not a team. This is not a team we've talked about a lot. Could Boston and their experience, they're a veteran experience group, could they upset a Buffalo?
Yes.
They can upset anyone.
They just beat Buffalo the other night. Like
I was watching that game.
They can upset any team.
Dude, Sway right now is playing great. He's
because of
back
Swayman.
he's back in
I
the
think
groove.
Boston needs to play Buffalo versus other teams.
Carolina, they're cooked. It's a 5-game series.
Saka's playing well. Pasternak's doing his thing. Like, everybody's connected so well right now. Defensively, they're playing well. Zadorov ripping shots at 103 miles an hour. It's Boston is back to where they were. Look, they got Hagen's coming. They made some nice adjustments. They brought in some guys with experience in Arvidsson, right? Again, no one knew if they were going to be buyers or sellers, but the fact that Swayman was there in training camp really helped his game. And like, you're seeing that with Anaheim, right? With McTavish. Like, McTavish not in training camp. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't want to shoot on people, right? Like, I don't want to turn this into a work shoot kind of wrestling thing. But like, back in September when I was on SiriusXM with a bunch of guys, they asked me like, yo, what's up with Anaheim? And I was like, yo, well, Mason McTavish isn't in training camp. Like, we see all this stuff. And it's like, it is a thing. Like, everybody doesn't want to say it's a thing, but it's a thing. Like, young players missing time, contract, missing training camp, missing a coaching, understanding systems is a thing. And Swayman's back to his old self. And it's a big reason why Boston Bruins are right there.
You and I about 100-point pace. Who would have thought? I mean,
we said in our preview show, me and Jim, we had Swayman for a dark horse Vezina.
But here's the thing, Kirby. It's like we thought if the Bruins were going to get in, it'd be on the back of Swayman, and it'd be a low 90-point team. There's a chance, Kirby, they crack 100 points.
Well, their offensive numbers have been better than what we projected when we were.
And again, how sustainable is that? I don't know.
They're playing really well right now. Like, they're playing desperate hockey.
They've had a good power play all year. Hasn't it been top 6 or top 8 all year?
Yeah, it's been really well this year. I mean, I saw Boston firsthand. I'll get to see them again, but they're playing really well.
But they're impressive when you see them in person.
Like a 100-point team. I can't believe it.
Like, they're really good defensively. They know how to shut things down. Swayman, even Korpisalo's really stepped up this year. Yeah. Like, Sweeney didn't want to do a lot at the deadline this year, and he wasn't going to trade assets for like rentals. That's what he said.
I think like they did the right thing at this deadline.
Well, Alechka, I'm with
you. They tried to get a defenseman, but like they couldn't do it.
But I just
like dodged a bullet with the Rasmus Anderson thing.
But I like the
fact I think they tried to get Risto too. I think they tried to get Ristolainen, and they tried to get a couple other guys, but it just didn't work out.
But I like the fact that they kind of stayed in a price range of what they would buy if they were able to get a defenseman.
Super disciplined,
they were disciplined enough.
And I don't think it's a good idea to spend all your assets, especially because there's a decent chance that some of these teams we're looking at right now going into the playoffs, there's a decent chance that they may not be this good or will be in this position next year. And you don't want to spend all these assets to go load up on a run when right now, look, I'd be very surprised if Boston went on a deep run and a little bit even more surprised if they carried this success into next year. I think staying pat was the right move for them. I think I just cannot believe how good they've been this year, though. Like Kirby says, like you would think, and we were talking about it off air, Kirby, like their penalty kill would be top 5, top 10. It's not. It's the power play. It's some of these offensive numbers.
Well, yeah, I mean, Geeky's having a career season. Zaka's having a career season. Like, do we expect guys to have career seasons every year? No, you can't have that.
There'll be some regression next year.
There'll be some regression.
Bruins media or content guys thought they were going to do that.
But it's like
I thought Boston would always be like, to me, like I have a soft spot for Boston because I covered them during their cup run, and I know a lot of guys up there. I never had them out of the playoffs. I always had them contending and maybe just missing. But to be in a wild card spot for Boston, I think you can never count the Bruins out just because Marco Sturm's such a great coach and they have a good leadership there. They got that culture back, and again, Pasta.
Well,
Each of the last 4 years, they've been counted out, and they made playoffs 3 of the last 4 seasons. More than likely, unless there's a collapse here.
Not give them credit here, but things didn't break the right way for the Panthers.
Well, here's the thing: they could get a top 10 pick and make the playoffs in the same year, right?
Yeah,
it'd
be like the Celtics,
right? And honestly, I'm like you said, Jim.
Didn't the Celtics win the world? Didn't the Celtics? Not to make this a basketball show, but I do believe the Celtics won the NBA championship and got a top 10 pick because of the Kevin Garnett trade.
Cody?
We didn't win a championship. We made the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Okay,
and,
so they did.
And that was the Jason Tatum draft.
Yeah, that was a Tatum draft.
The only time I can think of is the Lakers back in the day won a championship, and they got James Worthy first overall.
Yeah,
through a trade. So that's one of
situations.
But kind of taking a look here at.
But we know just to jump in. Sorry, quick, Nick. Pick out East. Frosty was asking Jim.
Oh, pick out East. Frosty wants to know. Not going to be Detroit.
Damn right it's not. You're damn right, Jim.
Not going to be Detroit.
He wants you to say Tampa. I think he's.
Do not say it.
Let's be real here. I can speak this for myself. If Tampa does not make it out of this Eastern Conference, that is an embarrassment, and that is.
I think Tampa's going to come out. Tampa's going to make.
There's no way they don't. I don't see a team all in the East.
Look, I think the inevitable Eastern Conference final will be Carolina and Tampa, but, and there's always a but.
No.
Because every team outside of those two teams have question marks, and even Carolina has question marks. But every other team has question marks on them, even the Buffalo Sabres.
There's a Buffalo question right there for you.
Would Buffalo be better with Parayko than they are now? Will that rejected trade be looked back on? Not necessarily because the way they rebounded.
I don't think so. I don't think so because you would be trading so much off of that team that was winning to bring in a guy like that. Again, the adjustment period for a guy going from St. Louis to Buffalo. It's not an off season. It's at the deadline. Like getting accustomed to playing new systems and this and that. I mean, unless you're Bobby McMahon who wants to have like 8 goals in 9 games, Toronto, what are we doing? Like, bro,
Jim,
like,
what
are we doing?
I wanted to ask you a really quick question about Buffalo. This is not maybe as much as it pertains to the playoff race, but about a defenseman, Michael Kesselring, the guy they brought in from Utah. He's had a bit of a rough go of it. Do you see that as a long-term fit? Because they've got a log jam back there with Stanley, Shen, and now you got Connor Timmins back there. What do you kind of see that whole thing going? He was a valuable piece a year ago.
Right, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think Kesselring might be just an off year for him. It all depends on how Jarmo Kekalainen views him as a part of their defense moving forward. I mean, they still got Byram's there, right? They love Byram right now. You got Samuelson, you got Dahlin, you've got Power. Like, I mean, they got a lot of nice young players on that back end.
Has he had a complete off year, or is it just turning that way?
It's just had an off year, and
I mean, he started out well for the Buffalo Sabres. I thought he played really well.
It's just when he got hurt and Buffalo turned it around. That's when he's been kind of on the shelf. And the other thing is with Kesselring, this is the biggest question mark. The guy who brought him in is fired.
Right.
Like, Kekalainen has no ties to him.
Yeah, I think they can move him. I think he's UFA or RFA?
It's a guy that fetched. He's an RFA, but that's a guy that fetched a lot of trade interest last year.
Yeah, Kirby, I think that's a name that's probably going to be back out there considering.
Well, that's a name the Florida Panthers looked at last year prior to him moving to Buffalo. I know that, but this is a good.
I'll put it in. I'll put it in the books. Flyers 4-0. See you, Detroit.
But I was looking at their defense. It's like they got a lot. Like they got the top.
They got a lot of good. They got a lot of good players. A lot of good players on that team. And, like it's finally coming together. Like finally coming together for.
And then it's like they have 7 or 8 guys that are having career years. Again, a lot of this.
I want to see next year. Like Seattle had a bunch of guys that had career years and then came back. Nashville career years came back. Like everybody can't have a career year.
Correct. And the other part is, have they arrived or is it a career year? And the second part is, I think part of that question will also get answered in the playoffs. Yeah. I think, you see guys.
they're playing with house money right now. So let's be honest.
I think you see guys that have great, phenomenal years, and then they go to the playoffs, and then they end up not doing well, and then the next year they can. The one thing I'm really interested with Buffalo is who starts in net. I know Alex Lyon's been really good. I think if you want to go in,
it's got to be UPL.
It's got to be UPL.
It's got to be you. Just paid UPL. Like he's on his extension. It has to be Ukko-Pekka.
I would lean him, but I think it seems to be close to a coin flip right now.
And then where does Devin Levi get in this mix?
He's not in the mix. Year. He's in Rochester, and because what's his face is playing well too, Colton Ellis.
Hey, remember he was going to win the Calder and the Vezina, but
anyway, the same year, right?
But anyway,
I mean, I don't know.
Wrapping up this playoff,
that might be offsides, Jim. By the way, for the Philly.
Probably coming back. Yeah, offside. Oh well, it's all right.
But it's still finito. But wrapping up this NHL playoff talk here. Let's move on really quickly and hear from a word from our sponsor, CatsNRatsPodcast.
Panthers fever is here. Are you geared up? CatsNRatsPodcast in Davie is the place for all your Florida Panthers needs. They have the latest gear for our favorite NHL team. Jerseys, polos, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. CatsNRatsPodcast has you covered. Stop by their store in Davie or at pantherswear.com. Again, that's pantherswear, WEAR.com for all your Panthers gear.
Another word from another sponsor, Jeremy Beckham at Bexcel's FLA. Champions don't settle, and neither should you. Let me introduce Jeremy Beckham at Bexcel's FLA, bringing a competitive edge to South Florida luxury real estate. If you want a home that performs in all three zones, location, lifestyle, and long-term value, Jeremy is your power play. The clock is ticking. Let's go for the cup. Reach out now at BexcelsFLA.com.
Thank you, Cody. Just want to give a shout out to our boy Big C's, who's not with us tonight. Make sure to subscribe to the Big C's channel. He had John Van Beesbrook on this past week. It was great moderating that show with him. It was about a 50-minute interview, so if you guys go check that out, Panthers great John Van Beesbrook over on the Big C's channel. Make sure to subscribe to our channel here as well. Like this video, comment on the videos, help with our algorithm. Purchase a super chat donation anytime we're live, such as now. We'll be live tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, for the New York Rangers Florida Panthers live stream game. Myself, our boy Ben Saunders, Cesar Lucero. Cody, are you going to be joining us? Or your way? Oh, I don't know if Cody's got me here. You can buy your own membership, upgrade your membership, gift a membership, and access to many other great perks.
And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last day to enter this Nick Bukestad military autograph jersey right here. As Panthers.
Are you dying there, Cody?
Listen, right now we're struggling right now, but hey, this is the last day to enter.
Not a new contest last day.
Upgrade your memberships up to gold. You'll be entered. Give a thumbs up to 5 to 10 CatsNRats videos. Once again, shout out to Florida Panthers Fan Den, our boy JC, for giving away this awesome jersey. And stay tuned, because during the New York Islanders game live stream tomorrow,
Rangers.
Rangers, same team. I don't give a damn. Tank's on anyway.
Oh, there's a fight going on right now. I thought it was Lomberg.
You know, if the Calgary Flames win right now, we'll be 3 points ahead of them.
Fight, guys.
Shout out Ryan Lomberg, CatsNRatsPodcast.
There we go, CatsNRats home. And we're going to mention another guy. Great segue here, Jim. We're going to mention another CatsNRats home. Bill Lindsay got into it with the Minnesota Wild play-by-play.
Dream is dead. The dream's dead. They could blow it out there. Not happening. I canceled it.
Even our boy Adam said, don't let this affect how you think about Minnesota and their fan base. This is
an
isolated situation.
I am.
For those of you who have not...
we got. Hey, wait a minute. Before we get into this, we keep it civil. We keep it respectful, because as we know, a week ago, we lost somebody in the hockey community with their family. So let's keep it civil. Let's keep it respectful. And let's keep it
I'm not going to do personal attacks here, but I want to bring some truth bombs to the...
I'm just saying, again, we lost somebody a week ago. I don't want to be disrespectful to people.
Oh, no.
Well, that was the part of this thing that people had mentioned, and I don't know if you mentioned that, but there was.
And once again, the Panthers did honor Jesse Pierce.
Yes, they did.
During this game, they did, which is more reason why this...
before this tweet came out.
And this is more reason why this tweet shouldn't even be out here right now, because this is coming from a city who lost one hockey franchise already due to a lack of ownership financials.
Half full barn when they were losing.
Yep, half full.
If half full.
And guess what? The best thing is their franchise face got to lift the Stanley Cup all the way down south. And Mr. Mike
Dallas, Texas.
And Bill Lindsay tweeted about this. Cody, you can show the reply there and what he said. But does this look like a half full barn to you? There was people at the rink, Nick, that we know that said the arena was full. Like, you're taking this picture like it's back in the day with us playing an exhibition game against Nashville on a back-to-back split squad game. Remember that picture, Nick? And it's still
yes. First of all, that was a preseason game.
Florida time or 4 p.m. Florida time, a preseason split squad.
That was a 3 p.m. game, preseason game.
Yep.
Anyway,
split squad.
The point being here, there's still around 18,000 people in the arena nightly. Like when I'm going, right, there are people, look, we obviously know about the Ameren Vault and all this other shit. And I really don't care enough to respond fully to it because I've seen more Stanley Cups for my team than this guy has. So
have I. I mean,
right. So it's like, like I said at the beginning of the year, they're chasing us, right? So it's like
they ain't even going to get out of the first round. So let's just be honest,
right?
Like,
and I'll
karma putting this,
and I'll talk about the team in a minute. I was riding.
I want to talk about something else too.
I was riding with the dream, even though I didn't fully believe it. The point being, I think that's a normal. Attendance. There were probably people in the concourse still.
This is 6 minutes into the game.
It's 6 minutes into the game. And there's still, if you go take a look 5 minutes later, it's probably a packed arena. It's 18,000 full. I don't get the whole ordeal with, again, we win and then people want to sit here like this guy unwarranted.
Like I say, Nick, it's not a Canada thing.
It's unwarranted. I don't think we've ever had an issue with Minnesota Wild fans. I don't know where it came from. He's the play-by-play guy too, which I just don't understand.
Okay, I want to jump in. How can a play-by-play guy do this when you guys tell me this all the time? Steve Goldstein can't say certain things. You guys say Jamison Olive works for the team. He can't say certain things, but this guy can?
Well, look, I think, again,
he shouldn't be saying it.
Yeah,
it's an
Steve Goldstein
shot at a team that's had unprecedented success over the last number of years. And an organization that, despite how bad it was for a long period of time, still has more success than the Minnesota Wild have had. Again, I don't understand this infatuation with devaluing the Florida Panthers organization when the results should speak for itself. I think anything devaluing the results is pure cope, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You know what I have to look up? I had to go look. I get to go in the arena, I get to stare up at the 300s, and I get to see 2 Stanley Cup championship banners, and then I can go take a look at the top 5, top 10 attendance in the NHL and see who's there and who's ahead of who. That's all I have to do.
I'm gonna say this: like I've been to these Panther games. Like I've been there when, I'm gonna be honest, like the Snowbirds came down and they would pack a game because of rain.
But it's not that anymore, Jim.
But I'm just saying, I'm getting to the next part of it. I'm saying I've seen that part, but I've seen where it's been where everybody's been showing up during this run. And let me tell you something, that place gets loud. That place is packed, but it's a pain in the butt to get to. Like there's traffic, there's parking. You got to get to it. You got to walk in. Like, it's a tough place to get to if you're coming from Fort Lauderdale or surrounding cities. Like 6 minutes into a game, I could take a picture 6 minutes into a Devil game and see the same thing.
You could take a picture in Canada 6 minutes into a game when we're dealing with a blizzard.
Right.
But here's the thing. Ready? Here's the thing. Ready? This idea that are they fair weather fans? Yes. Are they bandwagon fans?
Absolutely.
Yes. But to sit here and act like there aren't many teams, currently one of those teams is having a very good year. I'm not going to name which team, that spent the better part of over a decade being known as the actual home of the Toronto Maple Leafs. All of a sudden, and I'll name them, Buffalo's a passionate hockey town, right? They didn't fucking fill the arena for 15 fucking years. And the second they get good, it's not fair weather fans. It's, they're so passionate. They've been waiting such a long time.
They've been passionate. And I think the issue was, here's the difference in Buffalo and Florida. The difference was Buffalo fans were protesting Kevin Adams and ownership for putting a crappy team on the ice because they were tired of missing the playoffs for 14 years.
But does that make them smart, or does it make the Oilers dumb for keep showing up? Which one is it?
I mean, who's more foolish, the fool or the fool follows him?
But I'll just say this. I mean, there are plenty of teams, like a lot of people, and again, revisionist history here. Pittsburgh Penguins had a dynasty in the 90s. They were very close to moving.
Nobody was showing up.
Gone.
Guys, I was looking at
they were gone until Sidney Crosby came in to save the franchise. So it's like fair weather fans, it's not a South Florida thing. It's not a
Detroit. Look at Detroit.
Look at Detroit.
Detroit.
How about this?
Hockey town.
Look at Chicago before Kane and Taves got there.
Right.
They were about to relocate. That's an original 6 franchise.
And their attendance was awful.
And the thing is, it's just like, and this is what pisses me off about that post. And it really like grinds my gears because guys like fans like me, Kirby, Nick, and everyone else that's been in our spaces the last couple of years. He's basically saying, "Oh, they don't have any true fans. They don't deserve those Stanley Cups." Like didn't sit here.
It's coming nice from a franchise that's been to the Western.
Which, by the way, we're third in attendance in the NHL. By the way,
and it's just like it just pisses me off because you're just like, oh, just because they don't show up, they don't deserve those Stanley Cups. We deserve those Stanley Cups because we show up every night.
And this guy, whatever his name is, he can't apologize and say I made a mistake. He took his phone out, said I'm going to take a picture, look at it, I'm going to post it, and I'm going to write some stuff about it. Like you took so many steps there versus just putting a lazy tweet out that tries to rage bait, or maybe you make a mistake in the moment or something. I think he went a little further than saying, "Oh, I need to walk. I'm going to walk this one back." And it was
you don't. When you take your phone out and you take a picture at something, you're trying to make a statement for yourself. Like I'll take me for an example. Last year, 4 Nations Saturday night, like you want your phone out for the anthem. Canada's rocking. You have to fight 3 fights in 9 seconds. Like you got to have your cameras, your things ready to go because you want that stuff up on social media as quickly as possible, right? Like things like that. But like this is just, I mean, it's a bad look because he's getting trash talked by his own guys now. Like Russo and everybody. Michael Russo was in on it.
I wanted to root for them so bad. I had the dream that they were going to win the Stanley Cup. And unfortunately, if you're a Minnesota Wild fan, look, I already made it's done. I canceled it. Dream's over. Okay.
Dream's done, baby.
I don't forget.
Dream's done. Okay. And I will say this. I didn't actually truly believe they were going to win. I thought that, okay, there might be a chance. If they had gotten Vincent Trocheck, I would have definitely believed it. But do I truly believe with my mind and any hockey knowledge of whatever how much hockey knowledge you may believe I have, think the Dallas Stars are going to lose to this version of the Minnesota Wild or the Minnesota Wild?
How many times did the Minnesota Wild run into Chicago Blackhawks in the playoffs?
Look at this stat here, guys, from RC.
They don't have the center depth.
He's talking Minnesota North Stars, Pittsburgh Penguins. I remember that series, Nick. I said that's the first series.
Great Stanley Cup final. Mario Lemieux danced like 3 guys. Dude, absolute iconic Bob Cole absolutely killed it with that call.
Yep.
Drew Doughty, you need to retire, buddy. What was that? I'm just going to say this.
Pittsburgh Penguins capacity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th worst in the NHL. In a year, they're making the playoffs.
Look at Cinema here. He loves it. When you get Nick riled up, he gets riled up.
It's done. The dream is done.
Petty.
The dream is done.
Petty.
I can't believe
now it's 4-0 Philadelphia.
Oh, here we go.
No, I just saw the worst thing of defending I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes, Drew Doughty needs to retire.
Did you not see that?
Yeah, I did. It was
he
awful.
Actively skated away from the guy.
So what you're saying is Detroit's not good.
wow. Owen Tippett. Wow.
Owen Tippett. Oh, by
the way. Owen Tippett, you beauty.
On Owen Tippett, there was a very interesting clip from a podcast. I forget from who. Chris Pronger was talking about Owen Tippett and said he was with Florida when they drafted him. And he's like, when you look at the tools, he's a big guy. He's physical. He's smart. He can shoot. He can stick handle. He can skate. And there's some nights you're like, wow, this guy's incredible. And then there's other nights like, how does this not translate more? And he's worked on it. And he says he has worked on his consistency, but it's like, how is this guy not like translating every night? And when you really think about the tools and the potential, kind of an ideal Florida Panther player, like this guy should be a 30-35 goal power forward, 65-70.
Well, he's got a hat trick tonight.
Thank you, Dyer.
Listen, for me, it's just with Tippett. Like Tippett should have been what Verhaeghe is. That's basically what he
like a 65, 70 point, 35 goal power forward winger who can freaking be a menace on the forecheck. And he's just not that.
Wow. I mean, the he's 3 goals away from 30.
I mean, he's a good player, Jim. Like
I know.
But it's like you think with all the 10th overall pick, and he slid a bit, right? Wasn't he projected in the top 10 for most mock drafts?
Yeah.
I was the beast coming out of Peterborough.
So it's like all I heard was about his shot. He's a great skater. He's big. He's. Go
check the replay.
He had a hell of a World Juniors too. Remember that, Kirby?
He was dangling on.
You would just think he'd be
out of here.
You would just think he'd be a much more prominent force in the league than what he's become. He's a good player.
Another guy in junior that was so comfortable in his surroundings and also his size on the ice. Like I think just everything worked for him junior, A to Z. Then when you get to the NHL, you get some adversity and different situations that you're not accustomed to.
And I'd argue he's battled through it. He's still a 25.
I'm surprised how well he's done in Philly, to be honest with you.
I think Philly's been a perfect spot for him.
I thought it was going to be the worst spot for him, but
I think Torch kind of got into him, and now Tox has gotten him.
I think those would be Tippett-type coaches.
27 goals, 28, 20, now 27.
He's consistent. He's consistent high 20 goal scorer. I mean, you can't. Those are guys that are hard to find.
And from a Panthers perspective, yes, I'd still do that trade all over again. I don't care what you tell me. I'm doing that trade all over again.
Yeah.
Because without Claude Giroux, we do not beat Washington.
No. They should have lost to Washington.
Yes, we should have.
They should have lost to Washington.
But that's for a whole
How many blown leads did Washington have in that series? 3?
So, Meeksy, yes, I brought this point up with the Minnesota thing. They were going to Kansas City.
Yeah.
And I heard a lot of stories, Kirby, from who, about the relocations.
For bankruptcy. Who we know.
Yeah, who we know for the relocation. Very much into that. Shout out Matthew H. for the $2.
You said my dream tandem for the Panthers next year. Shesterkin, Bobrovsky. Next question.
Realistically, Shesterkin.
He said dream. Dream's not realistic.
No, yeah, dream. You can have fun with it.
Shesterkin, Bobrovsky.
Yeah, you can have fun with it. Let's be honest.
Realistic dream, Shesterkin, Tarasov.
Really? With Tarasov?
Honest, realistic, Bob Wallstead.
Realistic. Honest, realistic, Bob Joseph Wall.
Bob Jesper Wallstead for me, for realistic.
I thought that would be that could be dream and realistic.
Jim's gonna say Jake Allen, Jacob Marshall.
No.
I'd take Shesterkin, Jake Allen though.
That's a good tandem. That's actually a really good tandem. But I'm not
2 new guys though. I question 2 new.
I would go Bob and Bennington, and be honest.
That's what Matt.
You want to go realistic? Bob Skinner.
Bob Skinner. Bob.
It's a lot of ways you could go. But
would you buy low on Demko? Like if it didn't cost you much to
buy, Jim, why not?
No, the injury history.
How much retention?
I just don't know what the next injury is going to be. The last.
Let's say they retain Cody $1 million and you shift a third and a B-level prospect.
I still don't.
You're gonna have to give up. Retention. You're not getting it. First of all, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not giving.
You're not giving it up for that.
You can't.
They're gonna have to give up Petey. They're not gonna like what they get for Petey.
Well, here's the issue for Demko. Like Petey has a full no movement clause.
Is Dan Vladar on a 2-year deal?
Yes.
I'll buy low your boy on Demko.
But
I'll be the guy.
But anyway,
we got all these old guys anyways.
Next up here, NBA expansion on the horizon is the NHL next, and I have a really big say in this.
Okay, I just want to say off the top, the NBA is likely going back to Seattle, Vegas, kind of copying the NHL and other leagues that have those franchises.
But sir, I'm going to raise my hand because I have a lot to say on this token.
Oh, you do? Okay, go ahead.
I do as well.
I may be on one side of this, but I'm going to stand on this. There should be no more expansion for any of the four major sports.
I agree with that.
If there is going to be a new franchise, it better be damn relocation. Because I'm sorry, the NBA, there's not enough talent for that. I don't care what Kendrick Perkins said.
He's like your boy Kendrick.
This is the same dude that said the freaking Mavericks won the Luka Doncic trade. That guy's a moron.
There's a lot of celebrity YouTuber NBA players right now. So,
you're telling me like there's enough talent, dude? There's 6 50-loss teams, 6, and y'all just got the 70
stacked right now.
The NFL does not need to expand anymore. They have the perfect system.
They're not expanding. They're not going to expand.
They talked about it a couple of times, but
they ain't expanding.
The NHL should not go back to Arizona unless there's a relocation, and they should sure as hell not go back to Atlanta. That place should never go back there.
Okay.
Wait a clip.
So Kirby, you know where I'm going with this.
I'm just going to say the owners like money, and they're going to give the owners fee.
I agree with Cody. There is no need for an expansion team. No. We don't need another Seattle Kraken in the league, with all due respect.
Oh, here we go.
First of all, time out. Wait a minute. Back up a little bit.
Like Seattle's going to go extinct here in a couple of years, Jim.
First of all, time out. Wait a minute. Hold up. Seattle poorly drafted in the expansion draft.
Yeah.
Because Ron Francis made poor decisions by drafting safe players instead of going after high-quality talent that was there and available for him to take to make that team competitive as Vegas was competitive.
And he also asked too much to take certain guys where they could have got some draft picks and built up the team through there.
Right.
Anyway, my point stands. I don't think, with all due respect, we need another Seattle Kraken. I don't think we need more mid in the NHL. I don't think you need to force a market for a team that, regardless of results, I think the markets you'd be going into, to be quite frank, you're pushing it, I think.
No, you guys haven't even mentioned the two that Jim and I talked about.
Right? Okay, so I was talking with somebody the other day. Kirby, you know who I was talking to? Very tapped into the relocation kind of buzz, and was telling me a number of different destinations. Number one, Houston and Atlanta. Those are the two teams that are getting mentioned the most. He also mentioned some wild cards, and I'm not going to say what he said verbatim. They need to wait a little bit on Arizona. Everybody knows why they need to wait a bit.
Everybody knows why. I know
Everybody knows why. That's number 3.
Why don't we go back to Hartford while we're at it? Go play in the fucking mall
number
again.
Number 4, a team that they mentioned. It's just a destination they mentioned. Kansas City. I don't agree with it. That's
Missouri or Kansas?
I should have clarified. I don't remember what he said. But
Kansas
City. And they mentioned something about like they had a rink there 20 years ago.
Yeah, they did.
The fucking Scouts.
New. So it's like those are the 4 things I've heard. Atlanta and Houston, if I had to guess, are probably going to happen. Unfortunately,
and I'm for the European League too in the future. Cody doesn't want anything. I'm for Europe.
I don't want any of that. It's so complicated. And I agree with Cody. I think if you're going like Houston and Atlanta, yes, those are big metropolitan markets. Arizona, I think could have worked. The ownership thing was whatever, but I don't. Here's the point. I don't think you need to add 30. You don't need to be the one going 33, 34, 35 team leagues. Number one,
30 at 33.
Number 2, I think the markets like Houston and Atlanta, you tried Atlanta, it didn't work. And I think you're really pushing markets like that are kind of not obvious. Like unless there's an
Houston
obvious
would be a big hit.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Unless there's an obvious, like I think Seattle and Vegas were the two obvious ones that were missing missing teams.
Not in hockey.
If we do Houston, right? Because here's the thing: that the Rockets are in the Western Conference in the NBA, so they probably end up in the West. Would they put them in the East or the West in the NHL?
You would probably put them in the West to make it rival with Dallas.
Who are you moving from the West to the East? Is
probably
it
Nashville.
Nashville's going to the Eastern Conference.
Like, and it's just like for the NBA, the Grizzlies need to be relocated because no one likes to play in freaking Memphis. Just go back to Seattle and bring back the Sonics. Like,
which they are.
Like that's just what it should be.
Are they relocating the Grizzlies?
No,
they should.
Detroit always wanted to go from the West to the East. Toronto, people forget this. They were in the Western Conference.
They were in the Western Conference.
Went to the East.
They did not want to leave the West either. They moved to the East because of travel issues or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why Detroit wanted to leave the Western Conference because, again, this is good, and this ties into the playoff discussion. The reason why a lot of it was divisional was because Detroit was tired of going when they were the 1 seed to go out to Anaheim or go to Los Angeles or go over to go out to Vancouver to play the first round playoff games. Time zones do matter. Now, look, I'll say this. As far as Atlanta and Arizona go, Atlanta and Arizona have to double, triple, and quadruple check every box to make sure they do not fail again. Because that is the last thing the National Hockey League wants, is for those markets to fail again. Because Atlanta had 2 chances at this, and they failed. Now,
Canada wants it because they'll get another team.
Right.
Listen, give me a fucking break. Is Hartford finally going to get one?
Here's the thing about Atlanta, and this is why
Quebec.
Here's why.
No, second one, Toronto team.
Here's why they should
either do Hartford, and then if you want to go to Canada, you can go Quebec.
I'd rather go back to Quebec than Atlanta. Like, because hockey will never work in Atlanta. I don't care what way you spin it.
I think
hockey will work in Houston.
Here's the difference. Like, I think we're trying to put this new, if it comes, when it comes, if and when it comes. We're trying to put this new Atlanta franchise and trying to bring the history of the old Atlanta franchises into the mix when those expansion rules were completely different. Those teams were absolute trash because the expansion rules and the expansion drafts were different. You basically got everybody's misfit toys from their teams, and these are who you were allowed to choose from. Now, with the protection of X amount of players, the talent is there for players to go. Right. However, again, it's got to be ownership. Ownership has to be steady and in there. The rink has to be sustainable with ticket sales and suites and all that stuff. Thirdly, you have to be able to put a winning team on the ice. You have to be able to sell your ticket. There's a lot of stuff with all of this.
Here's the other thing, ready? And I don't know about you guys, but as a Panther fan, I don't really feel like fucking losing to the Atlanta Thrashers again. I got over that pretty fucking quick.
I mean, I think where the rink is too, I think it's in like North Alpharetta, so it's a little bit easier than where it was the last time. But
I don't think Atlanta would be in the Atlantic Division. They'd probably be in the Metro, Nick, or a realignment.
So how the hell would they not be in the Atlantic Division?
I think they would be with Carolina as much as they would be with Florida. With the
Carolina, and who's coming out of the Metro?
Carolina would probably. Well, that would be.
I don't know. You have to balance the division.
Toronto makes more sense in the Metro than the Atlantic.
No,
they're right next to New York.
No, you can't.
You're not taking the Leafs out of the Metro. You're not taking the Leafs out of the Metro.
You're not listening to Gary Bettman, Cody. They need next.
Can we make the Metro a little bit harder? Can we give them Toronto? No. Can we make the Metro a little harder?
This is the same idiotic.
Montreal. I don't give a fuck.
No. This is the same idiotic shit. That's why the Dolphins are in the AFC East when we're the southernmost damn team.
Don't talk to me about the NFL division.
Oh, give me a fucking break, Cody.
They are screwed up.
Remember when the Arizona Cardinals
teams and then
wait a minute. Wait a minute. The Arizona Cardinals were in the NFC East at one point. Like let's cool the Jets on this stuff.
NFC East.
They were in the NFC East at one point. So yes, I'm dating myself with that reference.
But the NFL doesn't even know
the AFC East. Like it's just
the NFL's like grade 3 geography.
Yeah, But I'll say this on you. Let me say this on. Let me just say this on Arizona. We all know why Arizona is not coming back for a few seasons. There's a contract that is still needs to play out with the former owner of the Coyotes, which is a deactivated franchise. So in order for the Arizona franchise to come back and that said owner not to be involved, this thing has to wait out a couple of years. But they have to get it right, because I guarantee you the minute he's gone and not involved with the franchise, new rink's going to go up, new things are going to happen, and everybody's going to be hunky-dory out there in Arizona. No one likes them.
Here's the thing with Arizona, that the only reason Utah happened, and that Utah thing happened very quick. That was like
quiet.
January, February, March, that shit freaking started.
It was quiet.
Ryan Smith, I think it got his name right. He jumped in and basically said, "I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it. Bring him here. We'll do it." And he was very amenable to it. And here's the thing:
they loved it.
Everybody. If you would have asked majority of NHL fans where are the Arizona Coyotes going to be playing in 8 months' time in January, you would have said the fucking Mullet Arena. Where else?
No, I think a lot of people thought they would have been relocated to.
I never said Utah though.
No, I think most people thought Quebec City, someplace else.
But Jim, that happened very quickly.
And the players pushed it. Like, you're starting to hear the players pushed ownership, pushed the league to get that fixed, because they were tired. They didn't want to play in that crap anymore.
Like, come on. This is why a lot of people don't want to go to Carolina, because of the freaking the arena's older than dirt and the facilities are dog hell.
And now you get Utah, by the way. Second year in Utah, they're going to the playoffs. Imagine they win a playoff round with the.
They were trying to get to the playoffs last year. They just fell short with the injuries and everything, and now they're and I think a lot of people expect them to be a playoff team this year.
The Southeast, oh god,
Southeast,
Carolina
baby
would be winning conference finals. Florida wins cups. Tampa wins cups. All these media guys would come like this Minnesota clown and be like the Southeast.
Hell.
I mean, it was. I would be honest. At that time, it was pretty bad.
Oh, it was, but there was some degree.
Dude,
of.
The Caps just ran away with it every year, though.
Oh, but Bob Stafford with Edmonton Oilers radio or whatever.
I know this isn't going to happen.
The Southeast Division. What the hell are the Oilers right now?
I know this isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Can they move the Panthers to the Metropolitan Division?
No,
please.
No.
Please.
No.
We used to be in the Atlantic Division with the Rangers, the Devils, Jim. Tampa was in there.
They probably follow the NFL's dumb behind blueprint.
We had to travel a lot.
Well, because the Northeast Division was Buffalo, Boston, Quebec, Hartford. Montreal, Hartford.
Might be another one.
There's definitely somebody else I'm missing.
It wasn't Detroit. It wasn't Toronto. Who was it?
They weren't there yet. Well, later on they came in.
Okay, they might have added one a bit later. We hit on most of them there.
Alex, we hit most of them. That makes it 4-2.
Oh, Ottawa.
37th.
Ottawa was in there. Yeah, Ottawa was in the Northeast Division.
By the way, it's 5-1 Utah against LA. So that is finito.
So what you're telling me, Cody, is that Utah would be fighting for second in the Pacific Division, and they're a wild card team now. Which honestly, you get to play. If it ends up being Anaheim, I would probably pick Utah in that.
You know what,
series.
your boy? That statement right there tells me you're too young to remember the Southeast Division, because my team hatred meter, Atlanta is still above Boston for me. I hate that team. I will always hate that team.
Arena.
We always sucked in that place. Kirby wants to talk about the Saddle Dome being our house of horse. Oh my goodness, Phillips Arena.
Dude, look the fucking
we forgot how to play hockey in that bitch.
Dude,
I was throwing pens at the wall and my phone everywhere when Brian Allen was out there with Alex Salt. I remember.
And then Vokun got his freaking head taken off.
Kovalchuk bent us over every time he played that team. Hossa, Kovalchuk, Pavel.
So does Goldie.
So, you think Goldie wants to go back to Atlanta? Can you imagine that first trip back?
Every time he played in that damn building, we forgot how to play hockey.
He's still not over Adam Henrique. Do you think he's over Atlanta? I'm not over Adam Henrique either.
I'm still not over freaking Alan Quine.
No, fuck that guy. Freaking Barkov had a chance to end it in overtime in a penalty shot, and then Alan fucking Quine on a one-timer to beat Luongo over the blocker.
And you listener, you're probably thinking, who the hell is Alan Quine? We don't know either.
Probably yelling at his screen. Oh, Roberto Luongo's
and fuck Thomas Greiss, Kirby. I know what you're gonna say about his family lives there and fucking this,
I don't
that,
care.
the other thing.
His wife miss him.
And Cody's gonna say Dan Vladar's the new Thomas Greiss. Fuck Thomas Greiss. That guy.
I still hate Scott Clemenson. I still can't stand that.
Oh, come on.
Just because he played for Jersey, I don't care. I still can't
stand for Jersey. He just had his feet up on the lane.
It's 4-3 now.
I could be behind Martin.
The Detroit Red Wings have scored 3 goals in 3 minutes, and with 3:41 to go, it's 4-3.
They went like this to Nick.
They decided to play hockey in the third period.
Listen,
5 minutes
at least
left.
our boy Baseball Ryan's seen some goals tonight.
And the most infuriating thing
happy
is
girlfriend, happy life.
Like no one's gonna even know this. Like a lot of our younger listeners are not gonna know who this is. You want to know who my all-time hated New Jersey Devil is? Just because of just a real specific reason.
I hated Rask too.
I hated Bryce Salvador. I hate that bald fuck.
Why? What was it? Why? What's with the Bryce hate?
Because he freaking one game he high sticked the hell out of Booth. And I was 8, and I took his number, and I've hated him ever since.
All right, so if we're gonna start bringing up things from the past,
go ahead.
Then we need to let some things go. Every player on the Florida Panthers needs to leave Nico Hischier alone. It's over.
No.
It's over. Let it go. It's over. It's over.
Nah, that's. No, I'll never forget what Danik goes why are they going after Hischier?
It was. I mean, I'm gonna say so. Like everybody on this community may hate me for this. He didn't do it intentionally. It was a complete accident.
Okay, freaking Corey Perry didn't freaking mean to knock Tavares out to La La Land.
Yeah,
guess
he
what?
did.
Wasn't Sam Bennett in an accident with Anthony Stolarz?
Yeah, except they didn't make him pay. Because
I don't care what y'all tell me. No Leaf fans ever gonna convince me that little ass hit concussed him to the point.
Right? I remember when people were saying suspend him. I'm like, am I fucking going insane, or is this a joke?
Look, I'm gonna say this. I mean, I'll say this. There's certain guys on that team that probably shouldn't have been in that Amazon Prime series because it did some more damage to them than it should have.
Oh yeah, Matthews out.
No, I'm not talking about Matthews.
Nylander?
Yeah.
Quit fucking crying, bro.
No, but it's more of in the first season, when he was out against Boston, the way he's sitting, the way he was watching his television, and you go back and look at the injury report, concussion and migraines, and I'm like, dude, you shouldn't be. If you really have a migraine and concussion, why are you laying on the floor with your arms like this watching a television?
By the way, Detroit's gonna lose 5-3. So
I'm just. But anyway,
Vegas down 1-0 to Washington.
Speaking of Washington, before we go, hated Braden Holtby, Matthew Perreault fucking killed us. Joel Ward. I mean, these guys. Mike Green. I fucking hate Mike Green.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he used to
Alexander Semin, dude. Oh,
Alexander Semin. I mean,
a young Semyon Varlamov.
Fucking Eric Cole was his name.
Oh yeah, Eric Cole.
Eric Stahl was part of
that. Eric Stahl and Eric Cole played for the Carolina Hurricanes.
I know.
No, I'm talking about Carolina too. Also,
yeah, freaking.
I hate that team. Period.
I don't like that Jeff team. Skinner, Cam Ward.
They should have been gone in the first round.
Justin Falk was on that team.
Tim Gleason.
Please, how's it going?
You guys down with OP?
I think it means OPP, right?
You got to be down with OPP.
We know.
All right, let's.
Let's go.
But wrapping up here, let's talk about the Panthers because guess what? Another day, another injury.
Who's spinning the wheel? Is it going to be Jim or is it going to be Nick?
Me.
They did it ready.
You want to do it, Jim?
Spin the wheel.
You want to spin the wheel, Jim?
Spin it. I don't have. Where's the wheel?
I'll do it then.
All right. Welcome to our daily
tankathon.
Our tankathon spin.
Are we doing it now, or do you add something to add there, Cody? Sorry.
Well, Before you go.
Spin it.
Let's just spin it real quick.
Refresh.
Right. Here we go.
Night.
Panthers are 8th. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Damn it.
Blackhawks.
And we fell the 9th.
Bedard finally gets some help.
Oh, look. Worst case scenario for Toronto. They came in 6th.
That's enough of that.
But anyway, like another injury for the Florida Panthers. Evan Rodriguez is now done for the season with a broken finger.
I feel like if anybody stubs their toe, they're out for the season at this point, Cody.
Yeah, they ain't coming back.
Are you saying you want Verhoff there, RC?
Like, it was so bad today, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a lineup we're going to remember for the rest of our time.
Look at this always been lineup. Good, bro.
Oh my gosh, Cody.
Cody wants to make memes of it.
Noah Gregor's on the second line.
Well,
tough,
Cody's
man.
boy
That's
Ryan's
tough.
on the ice at the end of the game.
But look, this is that top line. Let's be honest, that top line had some playoff chemistry at one point.
Yeah,
I would think this is honestly, this is a preseason lineup. This is something you roll out after, like, during training camp and like preseason. Which, by the way, new NHL season next year starts September 29th, according to Pierre LeBrun, I believe.
Does it matter?
September 29th, Kirby.
Yes, Pierre LeBrun said that. We've been working on it forever.
Okay, so that means I get to see Alexander Barkov play hockey on September 29th. So,
we're not the defending Stanley Cup champion.
Yeah, we don't get the first game anymore.
Then again, we probably won't play till like October 2nd. But
they'll bury us on night 5.
I'm fine with that.
They're gonna have us on like ESPN on one of the first games, and they're gonna show that fucking clip over and over. Oh, Alexander Barkov's like, oh, they had so many injuries. Like,
no, they're gonna show our May games lost for the 15th time. Like, dude, but look at this lineup, man. Jesper Boquist, Mackie Samoskevich, Noah Gregor is our second line.
Hey, listen, we wanted a tank, right? Which, by the way, on St. Louis, they're 7th on Tankathon. Shout out to Armando Velez, who told us, he tweeted it out, the tiebreaker is total wins. So the Panthers with 35, because they have more wins outright.
All right, St. Louis needs to keep winning. Florida needs to lose.
Yeah, I mean, again, the biggest thing is, if we lose tomorrow to New York, that's really helpful for us. Yeah.
Did the Rangers play today?
No.
Oh, so that means we're gonna get Shesterkin tomorrow. Thank you, Lord. But
they can't win. But they can't win at home, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but Jersey.
The Florida Panthers are putting out this lineup.
Did you see some of the teams that rolled through in New York this year?
Well, I would have been okay if we beat New York.
The Ottawa Senators with James Reimer held the Rangers to 10 shots and won.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, I'd rather have James Reimer as my goalie than Jesper Boquist as my second line center. But this is worse than 12, 13. This is an expansion team, dude.
It's not an expansion team. That's worst team in the NHL. Fucking I don't
know if that's worst team in NHL. Did we see Vancouver Canucks line up recently?
All right, let's compare.
I guarantee
let's compare.
Got a better
I'm just saying. Let's compare.
Okay. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, DeBrusque Kane on the third line automatically wins this for.
They got guys. The top nine's better than ours.
Dude, look at Curtis Douglas.
That's probably where we have them beat.
It's pretty even in my book.
Yeah.
They both suck.
I mean, we got the first pair. The second pair, I think we may give them a slide, but they have the third pair by a million because they actually have NHL players on their third pair.
I don't want to see Donovan Sabrango next year on the Panthers. Look, Kirby, I know you like Mike Betting, but
I don't care what y'all tell me. Josh Mahura was not this bad.
No, I'd rather have Josh Mahura. I think we might have the new Josh Mahura, actually. After 3 fucking years of searching for him, we finally found the new one.
I think Josh Mahura could play with Ratko Gudas on a middle pairing. Mahura did.
I think Josh Mahura would play 16 and a half, 17 minutes on this team and be fine.
Sabrego can barely play 10 on some nights. Like,
yeah, Mahura would be playing 17 minutes on this team, as sad as that sounds.
But boys, what was Matthew Tkachuk on in that first period? First, he scores on a breakaway, which something he never does.
Good stuff from Colombia. That's what he was on. Look, and first of all, if anybody flags me for that, that was a saying that my college economics teacher had, and he was not referring to the white stuff. He was talking about coffee, the black stuff, the good stuff from Colombia. There's the good stuff from Colombia, and then there's 80 snow. There's a big difference.
Look, the good stuff from Colombia is the coffee.
Exactly.
The great stuff from Colombia,
is the 80 snow.
Like, come on.
Are they your boy? Are they?
Like Evgeny Kuznetsov type.
Exactly.
I think we get it.
Or Valery Nichushkin.
Okay, all right.
Easy, bud, easy.
Or any Russian.
You guys didn't want to talk about the elbow room stuff, and now all of you are going off on stuff, except Nick, I think.
What elbow room stuff? That Tkachuk went out the night before Mark Cuban in the USA.
Yeah, first of all, fine, I'll take it away. Talk about
this is not
culture.
The notes. This is other.
Talk about the culture.
This is real.
This is incredible. We're talking about the culture, and look, I'm not mad.
Wait, other news and notes. No, this is after dark note.
There we go.
That's Ryan.
Wait, you're actually mad at him for going
talk about the culture, and I don't care if he wants to go out and drink. I'm all for it, brother. I don't care. Like, look, talk about the culture. You went out, drank with Mark Cuban and the team you're playing the next night, and then get outshot 50-22. And look, I think the effort was there. Look, he could go out and drink as much as he wants if he's going to do this shit. Dude, if he's going to be playing like this, he can drink as much as he wants. I don't give a damn.
Look, everybody knows what Jordan did during the NBA Finals. Guys were going to Atlantic City to gamble during the playoffs. So, come on.
Jordan was a different breed. Are we saying that's what Matthew Tkachuk can do?
I mean, guys. Look, I will say this. I don't know if that's allowable moving forward, but I'm just saying it's
Matthew Tkachuk's right.
Do you think the culture talks bullshit, Jim? Partly.
No. The culture. They built a good culture in that locker room.
Correct. I'm not arguing that. Do you think this emphasis on the culture of the last 8 games is being overstated?
No.
Okay. I think they don't want to lose it. I don't think they want to lose it, but it's hard to keep it when the leader that is the reason why everybody's coming there isn't playing.
Let's just put it up again.
That's why.
Look,
I don't really think.
I don't see the captain of this team on this lineup right now.
I don't see
anybody.
I don't see Anton Lundell.
I don't see anybody.
I don't see Sam Reiner. I don't see Alexander Barkov. Like, dog. Like, I understand what he's trying to say, and I agreed with him with what he said. And I'm 100%. Like, I don't expect this team to pack in games, but I expect the teams that they play, to play better, beat this team. That's what I want.
Well, I think we've done, honestly, when you really think about it, we've kind of done the perfect job of playing hard and putting in effort and not having a chance and losing.
Look, man, it's like Karasov has like these games where he has like 1 million saves and then gives up the worst rebound I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, his rebound control was bad today.
Like the Eriksson that goal with 5 seconds left, I said, "Oh wow, they're actually thinking." Because
one of the goals. The problem is one of the goals today for the Islanders. I saw 4 Panthers watching a guy put the puck in the net. Like if that's I'm not trying to knock the Florida Panthers here and what they've built and their guys, but if that was a year ago and there's a guy in the slot with the puck right close to the goaltender, he's on his ass.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
But you want to know what guys were on that ice though? Because I know exactly what goal. Yeah, this guy and this guy, Donovan Zvergo, Mike Benning, and that was
okay. But if it's a culture thing and a team thing, that's not skill. That's will. That's work ethic. That's
the problem is the guys who are making those mistakes. And again, I'm not worried about the culture for next season. I don't think any of us are. I think the guys that have made those mistakes, they're not going to be on the team next year. Look,
I mean, on the team, you have to make changes next year. There has to be 3-4 guys not on this team. Petrie's one of them that isn't. I know fans are so rejoicing.
I mean, Nosek, I doubt.
Well,
Nosek, I doubt's coming back. I don't think Mackey's coming back.
You don't think Nosek's coming back?
No. I think they make another. I think they need to switch. They need to bring in fresh blood. Quit running it back.
I agree with
fresh
that.
blood.
I don't know if Greer's 100% coming back. I don't think Tarasov.
I'm at like 60-40 with Greer. Mackey, I'm closer to 80-20.
Mackey, you can put in a trade.
I'd bring Nosek only back as a 13th forward, but again, I'd be okay with if Kevin Stenlin is a free agent, I'm all for bringing him back. I don't.
Like.
I don't know.
Look, the bottom 9 guys on this lineup right here are all none of them are guaranteed to come back next year. Jesper Boquist has not played good since we put Adam on waivers.
There's another guy. And
Gregor, I don't know with him. I see flashes.
I see Charlotte maybe in his future, but if he's
like
gone.
Hinostroza, if you run him back on 2-way, I'm not upset.
Hinostroza might get offers from other teams what he does down the stretch here.
Okay. I completely forgot Greer got suspended. I completely forgot.
Yeah, me too. And Balenskis, he's hurt. I forgot about him.
Thank you there, Jeff.
Jeff with the $2. Who were the top 3 Jeff boys you prefer in order? Oh, prefer?
That's
Look,
different than
I've always said I want to get the 2nd overall pick, so we don't even have the choice to pick McKenna, and we could just take Verhoff.
Yes, I'm with Nick on this.
That's what I want.
But if we have the choice, the chance to get McKenna, I think you're gonna have to take.
How high are people on McKenna? Because here's the thing.
Also, just to jump in, our guy Ryburn saying on Carl's the defenseman over Reed. He's not sold on Reed. I might have Carl's in that 2-3 range. Another defenseman, and I like Smith's the Latvian kid a bit too.
Smith's.
I don't know how high. Cody, how high are you personally and Jim on McKenna?
I'm high on McKenna.
I'm really high, dude. Like,
don't fall for the over scouting hype, Nick. Like, don't fall into that trap.
But you guys,
I'm not. I think he's legit. The one thing is, I was like, is it a Lafreniere thing? I feel like that's
no.
Thanks.
This isn't the Q.
Yeah, this isn't the Q. This is he just put up 51 points in 35 games or whatever the number was.
I mean, I think you'd still have to take, like, if you somehow got the 1st overall pick, you have to take McKenna. I think
he would undoubtedly help the Panthers power play, but he's a guy that's going to pass the puck.
Yeah, but like when your comp is Nikita Kucherov,
I don't even think he's. Well, the problem is the issue is we have to stop having these expectations of guys are this guy and guys are that guy. Nikita Kucherov was drafted in the 2nd round.
Yeah, like,
and then he's going to be automatically compared, Jim.
I don't think the Panthers need a centerman, but Mahaltra's a big name right now.
Like, it's McKenna or Verhoff, like, for me.
For me, yeah. I mean, again, what if you get 3rd and you don't?
I like a lot of the Carl Smiths. I'm fine getting one of those guys.
Well, depends who else.
Trade that.
Look, I think
okay with Caleb Malhotra.
Look, I'm going to say this: when it comes to teams that are in their window, and Tampa has this problem, Vegas absolutely has this problem. They have to start while you still want to win and say, well, these guys are not going to help us for a couple of years. You still need to restock your cupboard with players that either A, other teams have been looking at and scouting that can maybe get you a player, or B, restock your cupboard and have a farm system and a farm team when you need guys to be called up. They're ready and they're NHL ready players to be called up. That's the thing with this.
Like that was like a big thing this year, and this is why we were all so impressed with Sandis Vilmanis this year, because he surprised the hell out of all of us here, like except for our boy Jamie. But that's about it. It's just, for me, it's just if you get 1st overall, like
to I don't know look, I've always been a McKenna guy this year. I know a lot of people have been off his train, on his train, off his train, on his train. But here's my issue is there's been a lot of over scouting, and it goes back to many, many years. It's like, oh, well, he's not doing what we expected him to do in college. I'm like, bro, he's playing against 22-year-olds.
Yeah.
And, like you go do that.
and the 7th-year seniors that are like 24, 25.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, like, come on.
And
now, like, again, do I expect him? Yes. Do I expect him to get drafted? Yes. The key is going to be what happens NIL-wise that could keep him in Penn State for another year.
it would have to be more than the ELC, which is something you'd easily
That'd
get.
be a house on the frickin' Intercoastal in Fort
That's
Lauderdale.
that's again, that's why I'm listening. Like, I hear about
The
Martone
Memorial Cup would
potentially.
tell us. I guess for Verhoff. No, Verhoff's college.
Yeah.
Like,
just a little bit of other
Circa.
thing. The Panthers, all they have to do is lose tomorrow, and they'll jump up to number 5.
boom.
They'll go from 8 to 5 with a loss.
Like, here's the thing. Like, if we get McKenna, like, we need to move out a winger, which is probably going to be Verhaeghe.
It changes more things within the roster.
But
Then who do you move Verhaeghe for?
That's the question. Maybe a hockey trade with some team, get a D-man back?
Goaltender.
You need a goaltender and D-man. At that point.
But it's just with McKenna, it's just the reason why I like McKenna a lot, and it's just I look at a lot of like the mental part of an athlete because that tells me everything I would need to know.
I know where you're going with this,
dude. He plays with a swag about him.
Anything else you want to mention?
Well, I mean, the guy, hey, he talks shit about moms.
Allegedly.
Get the 1-2 buckle my shoe.
Allegedly.
Speaking of some moms, this March Madness tournament.
Okay, Kirby. Jeez, Kirby.
Shout out my mom. Yesterday was her birthday. Shout out.
Shout out. Shout
Whose birthday?
My mom's.
Shout out to Mrs. Stevens.
But for me, it's like I look at him and he's not afraid to play physical from what I've seen from him in the NCAA, which is something I like to look for. Maybe it's a bit different in the NHL. Maybe he's got to hit the weight room a bit after that 1 year to get.
Oh, he's definitely gonna hit the weight room.
And it's just tomorrow. We're probably gonna win like 5-1.
Can we please take that? I mean, dude. Come on. We cannot blow this shit.
Hold on. Who you said 5-1, Cody?
I said we're probably gonna win like 5-1. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna stop that now. Let's Nick. Let's just get it out of the way here. Okay. Let's get it out.
What?
How's 4-1?
Hey, listen, I guarantee you that game will not.
Tomorrow, everyone.
Yeah, but the thing is also the whole Lafreniere thing. It's also due to the fact that the Rangers accelerated their whole rebuild.
Well, they also
instead of letting them.
Well, they also just suck at developing.
And they also
they just stink at developing players. Like it's just a fact.
But
Flames are putting that new kid Gridden or whatever. They think he's going to be a star, Cody.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I were Paul Maurice, Tkachuk is sick tomorrow.
What about this, everyone? And everyone's going to be upset. But what about this story and narrative? The Flames, the Canucks, have never had the first overall pick. The Flames draft first overall Gavin McKenna, who was a Calgary Flames fan growing up. Next year, Vancouver gets Landon DuPont to replace Quinn Hughes. He was a Vancouver Canucks fan growing up. How about that?
That would be ideal. That would
ideal. I'm a Panther fan. Look,
that would be ideal for everybody involved in those teams because they need a high draft pick. They really do.
And
Jim, ain't nothing wrong with the number 2 pick. We can. Have
Florida, right? try the old Ovechkin thing with the leap years and bullshit. And
we deserve.
Calgary's getting the new rank, and Vancouver's getting, I think, a new practice facility.
Perfect.
Finally, they're getting a new practice.
And then we'll get the first overall pick. That's a fair trade. Everybody gets something new. It's fine.
What in 2028? When are we getting it?
If we get the draft pick, we don't even have that pick
tomorrow. By the way,
is he?
Is he eligible to return?
Yeah. What was it? 3? What has the Panthers played 3 games?
Seattle, Minnesota. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, he's back tomorrow, baby.
No.
AJ, just headhunt Lafreniere.
Well, is he on the trip?
He should be on a trip.
Is Mrs. pregnant like every other missus on the team?
Me and Cody spent a lot of post-game shows over the years talking about the Vancouver Canucks.
Don't get me started.
It looked promising there for a short time.
Very short.
Yeah,
time.
And then they traded. Then they traded the Bo Horvat return for Marcus fucking Pettersson.
Yeah, I never got that.
No, that was the
not the Bo Horvat.
No, that was the Bo
Horvat.
No,
that was a JT Miller return.
I don't even. No, wait, no.
Yeah, it was. They traded the first round pick
No, Miller was.
Yes, it was a first round in Hedo. It was a first round in Hedo from the Rangers to Vancouver.
Big C is going to wear another hat this freaking June coming up. He's going to wear another Panther hat this coming June. By the way, draft lottery.
Wait, no, they flipped the Horvat return for freaking Hronek. That's who it was.
Yeah.
What's it called? Draft lottery May 5th, correct, gentlemen?
See, day after my birthday.
Yeah. Happy early birthday to our guy Jim.
Jersey Jim.
Right.
We're going to be right here live streaming the draft lottery. So it's going to be a different format than it's been usually over the past years. They did do this last year. It's going to be the live drawing. So we're going to find out live who actually gets the pick.
Okay. But is there anything else here tonight, boys?
Done. That's it.
Anita.
No mas.
Let's go. All right.
Always nice having Jim with us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for the full ride this tonight.
No more expansion.
Jim's got a lot of energy here tonight. He's turning into a night owl.
Hey, it's nearly playoff season. He's got to have the energy now.
Low energy curb?
A lot of late nights here, gentlemen. I'll be doing the Edmonton Oilers games with our guy Ryan probably.
But anyway, boys.
Ryan, after you're saying the other day, giving me some cheap shots on the post games.
Let's wrap this up here. We appreciate everyone here for joining us here tonight on another episode of Cats and Rats After Dark. Shout out to our boy Jim Behringer for joining us here tonight. Once again, check out that Big C's interview with the Beezer himself. A lot of you 96 people will enjoy that interview because guess what? He was the guy during that run. It wasn't Lindsay. It wasn't Mellenby. It wasn't Barnes. It
wasn't Sweet Hands Ray Shepard like Moeller said.
It wasn't Wizard Ray Whitney either.
Wasn't Brian Scrudlin on that team?
Yeah, he was the captain.
The captain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brian Scrudlin was there.
It wasn't a rookie Jovo. Nah.
It wasn't Straka.
No.
Straka.
It wasn't Loss. It wasn't Worrell.
It was the Beezer.
Dave Lowry had his moments. Dave Lowry.
Listen.
Well, how about the Jovo Cup? Maybe one day, guys.
But anyway, we appreciate everyone here for watching here tonight. Once again, shout out our sponsor, Caneswear.
Oh, what an ass.
Jeremy Beckham.
What an ass. If you know, you know.
But anyway, wrapping up here tonight for our absent boy Big C's, Jim, Nick, and Kirby, and myself, we say thank you. And as always, let's go, Cats.